Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the first official Genshin Impact book club session. This is going to be reading simulator for the next couple of streams. We've pretty much done almost everything in-game content-wise with Archon Quest, Story Quest, World Quest, you know, and everything else in between. We've gone through all of the characters of the game. We are currently waiting for Inazuma, which is coming out in the next 2 weeks. And so I am now delving into all of the in-game based lore that has to do with Genshin Impact. We are currently starting off with all of the in-game character lore and story content. So every character, once you get their character to friendship level 6, Aether is a bad example because he doesn't have friendship level. So for Albedo, for example, if you get Albedo in your party, everyone starts at friendship level 1. And once you get them to friendship level 6, they unlock their story dialogue, which are a bunch of pages relative to the character, their lore, their backstory, their history, their origins, what have you. And this is like a really interesting part. This is really exciting for me because I have not read any of this for any of the 32 characters that are in the game. I have also not decided to do this for a while because early on in my playthrough experience of Genshin, I wasn't prioritizing friendship experience. I don't think it was until Dragonspine came out and I got Razor to friendship 10 that I started saying to myself, oh, I should probably do it for the name tags. But the name tags took way too long. So I dialed it back and I was like, I'll at least try to get all of my characters to friendship 6. So as of right now, every character in the game is friendship 6 with the exception of Kazuha. Literally came out in the last week. He is currently friendship 4. So moving forward, for every new character that comes out, once they hit friendship 6, I will be reading their dialogue and lore in that moment. Like as soon as I get it to friendship 6, we'll be reading it on stream. And what I'll most likely do is make a compilation video of all of the lore that I read for new characters as it comes out in case anyone misses out on those sessions in the future. So we are going to be starting with Aether and we're going to be working our way down. So I did mention this before. I'm excited to learn a lot about Albedo. I'm excited to learn a little bit more about Child, especially his foul legacy. I'm interested to learn about Albedo, his master, the art of Chemia, Conria, if he's a product of alchemy, if he is a homunculus as the theory that we came up with during 1.2. I want to learn a little bit more about Fischl. I'd like to learn a little bit more about Diona. Learning a little bit about Xiangling's exciting because she's one of my favorite characters. I haven't really, you know, we haven't seen her since the early game. Kaya and his whole thing with Conria. However, I do know that Kaya and Diluc have like significance in the manga, which we're going to be reading after we get through all of these as well. So overall, I'm just excited to learn and actually get to know all of these characters because I know them from what the game has given me. I know from character quests. I know from the Archon quests. I know from the character hangouts. But a lot of these characters I don't know outside of their gameplay. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm glad to have you guys all along for the ride. And without further ado, we are going to be starting with the man, the myth, the legend himself. Now we're going to be starting with Aether. Birthday, June 2nd. I mean, same day as my birthday, which technically means it's also Lumine's birthday. No vision, no affiliations. A traveler from another world who had their only kin taken away, forcing them to embark on a journey to find the 7. So I'm going to start with reading first. Oh, wait, what? You really mean to tell me that I have to wait to learn about the main character of the game? What's story 1 and 2? What is it? The Monstat point and then the Liyue point? What is this? Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine? There's only 5 here. How long is it gonna take for us to get all of this? Sheesh, dude. Okay, anyways, I guess we're gonna read this out right now. We're just gonna read what we're given and move on from there, okay? Character details. The Keeper is fading away. The Creator has not yet come, but the world shall burn no more as you shall ascend. I don't understand the significance of that. I don't know. I don't even know where the fuck Aether and Lumine come from. Are they from Honkai and they're just like low-key just like they just freaking flew here? Like what world did they come from? They're like aliens to this place. I don't even know how they're considered humans. Anyways, character story 1. A boy and girl stood amidst the tumult under an unfamiliar sky. You were a pair of traveling twins passing through countless worlds during your journey. Descending upon a continent named Teyvat, you hoped that you would be able to enjoy your time there. But as you woke among the falling stars, you saw the world in turmoil, a cataclysm rising across the land. You sought to leave this place and move on to the next world, and then an unknown god stood before you, bearing the way. This deity was spotless, floating over a world of chaos. Looking down on you, the god took your only kin away, and you were sealed and cast into a deep slumber with nightmares. When you reawakened, the world had changed. The flames of war raged no longer, and nothing was left that looked familiar. How long had you been asleep? You have no answers. Thus, you begin a lonely journey seeking the deity that you had once laid eyes upon. That's actually a pretty good description of the event. Also sprinkled in there a little bit is kind of like the details of what Dainsleif mentioned, because I had no idea that we were sleeping for that long. I had no idea that it had been 500 years. I had no idea that when we decided to leave, there were events that took place before that, because the initial trailer, like, it makes it seem like when we're flying through right at the beginning, that's how the game starts. But there was a bunch of shit that happened in between that, apparently. Character story 2. After that, you met Paimon and wandered together for some time. You learned that this world has 7 deities who ruled the 7 nations as the 7 archons. Your first stop was the free city of wine and song Monstat, a city built by the Anemo Archon. As you stepped into Monstat as an outsider, it was, as the other nations were, beset sides by non-human and human threats. The non-human threats was comprised of the Federacy known as the Abyss Order. The human threat, on the other hand, stemmed from the ambitions of the Tsaritsa, god of Shneznaya. The Abyss Order had corrupted an ally of the Anemo Archon, the Dragon of the East of the 4 Winds of Monstat. The alloy of Shneznaya, for their part, used their opposition to the Abyss as an excuse to put pressure on Monstat. Their threat from without and within caused the return of the Anemo Archon, who took the form of a bard and joined you in your journey to save the dragon. Yet that was something then that you did not see, for as the dragon fell to the abyss, a certain figure had been reflected in its eyes, the one who rules the abyss. She had once traveled with you, and you had once crossed many worlds together. Younger siblings, am I right? They just go off and do their own thing. There's just nothing you can do. She just was led astray. I don't know what she saw. I don't know what she was told. I don't know what she figured out. I don't know what the truth is that she wants us to figure out for ourselves. I'll be really sad if we have to fight Lumine in the end. That's gonna be nutty, dude. Between me, her, and Dainsleif, and then whatever the hell the end game is, who knows? All right, so this is an interesting one. Vision. When faced with circumstances that they cannot control, humans often bemoan their powerlessness. But if a person is found to have surpassed ambitions, even as their life reaches such a desperate turning point, then the gods would look upon them with favor. This favor is the vision, an external magical focus given to those who have been acknowledged by the gods, which they use to channel elemental powers. Celestia is the realm of the gods, and the wielders of visions walk the earth below. When they depart from this world, the chosen will ascend. Their coming to this world, you often hear speak of such things. You, for your part, can never receive a vision for an alien life form. Why the fuck are we a human? Why do people call it? I mean, maybe it's because we just look like a human. But I've been saying that shit for so long. I'm like, bro, we're literally an alien. We're not from this planet. You, for your part, you cannot receive a vision for an alien life form does not belong. Is it wise to allow a moment's ambition to dominate one's entire life? You have needed to consider many such thought-provoking questions, ones that require lengthy consideration during your journey through many worlds. Aether, you are a conundrum, my friend. I know nothing more than I did before I started reading these. I guess this is just gonna be a synopsis of the overall Archon story from the perspective of Aether. Loom of Fate is very interesting. I assume that's endgame. And they didn't address anything with Liyue. Like, they just, like, story 2 just addresses Monstat, so I don't really understand why we don't have anything of, like, Liyue, Osail, Zhongli, you know what I mean? We just have Barbados, Dvalin. We basically just have, like, the prologue story stuff. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, so now we're gonna get into all of the voice dialogue, which I think Aether and Paimon are both voiced, because I remember in 1.0 they did not have any voices for Paimon, Oz as well, and I don't think they had it for Aether either. So all right, let's rewind back and start this here.
Mondstadt has so many windmills, doesn't it?
Well, the city is built above water, so it probably relies on the windmills to draw the water upwards.
Okay, so this is about the windmills.
That's correct. The winds blow through Mondstadt all year, so this supply of water is very stable.
Okay.
Also, the windmills are what they call visible winds, and wind chimes are called the audible winds. Paimon guesses they can be thought of as mascots and prayers to the Anemo Archon for protection.
Interesting.
Ah, mascots. So, like you then, Paimon.
No, not at all. They're made of wood, and you can't eat them in an emergency either, because all you'll do is grind your teeth
Wait,
down.
you're saying we can't eat you in emergency?
I don't know what to say to that.
I think It's ridiculous that Zach actually voices his character behind fucking lore dialogue and voiceover dialogue, but he doesn't have a single lick of dialogue in the actual cutscenes. Also, they mentioned visible winds. That immediately reminded me of the visible winds, which is the ascension material for the Windbloom Ode. I thought that was really clever. How I was like, wait, I've heard of the visible winds before. It's the ascension material item. So I think that's really cool. All right, so tavern owner.
I've heard that if you give tavern owners a considerable tip, they'll be willing to give some information on the down low.
Charles?
You mean the angels share? But Master D-Luke seems like a very rich man. How big a tip is considerable anyway?
Maybe I might have heard wrong. Or maybe I might have heard this rumor in another world.
Ooh.
You sure have been to many worlds, haven't you?
Bro, are we gonna get into like some like planetary, like, God, man, what worlds has Aether been through? They need to at least elaborate on that a little bit more in the future. I'd love to know. Anyway, Cedar Lake.
Cider Lake never freezes, no matter what time of year it is. The best apple ciders in Monstat can only be made using the fresh water from this lake. It really does taste great. Paimon could drink 2 big bottles in a second.
Wow. With your size, I can't believe that you can drink that much liquid.
Jeez.
And not explode like an Anemo slime.
Paimon has a special stomach just for tasty drinks.
The hell?
A special stomach?
A bottomless pit.
I have so many questions about how this world works.
Oh, God, that sounds really weird. That sounds really weird, not gonna lie. All right, about the restricted section.
About those books in the restricted section that Lisa mentioned. Have you ever wondered what sort of books might be kept in there? Perhaps it contains books not suitable for children.
Huh? But the Boar Princess isn't in the restricted section.
Oh, boy.
What could be more unsuitable for children than that? Paimon's curious.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm calling bullshit. Wasn't Noelle just reading like freaking like smut in the library when we did her character hangout yesterday? That's on some unless she snuck into the restricted section when Lisa wasn't looking. I'm calling, I don't know about that one, Chief. Either Noelle is pretty shifty or there's some continuity errors.
Paimon finds that hard work hardly works here in Monstat.
Why do you say that?
Working hard or hardly working?
Just look at Huffman from the Knights of Favonius. He does his best at his duties every day.
Fuck Huffman.
But the ever-relaxed Captain Kaya is his boss.
But isn't Jean, who works the hardest, the acting Grand Master?
There you go.
Well, how about this then? Venti's the god of Monstat, and he's the laziest of them all.
Yo, actually facts. Oh man, they were just like one-upping each other. It's like, wait, Huffman does a good job, but Kaya's is superior and he's even lazier. But then wait a minute, what about Jean? She works harder than all of them. It's like, all right, let's go to the fucking top. Venti's a lazy piece of shit. He doesn't do anything. He makes everybody look bad. Oh my God, that was such a good dialogue.
Sure would be nice to spend a night at the Goth Grand Hotel.
That's another place that I want them to open up. I mentioned it yesterday. I was like, by the end of Genshin, I want to be able to go into the Cat's Tail bar. I want to be able to go into the Adventurers Guild building, and I actually want to go into the Goth Grand Hotel. So those 3 places, for sure, I hope they fix in the future.
Sure would be nice to spend a night at the Goth Grand Hotel.
Paimon thinks so too. The rooms are sure to be big and clean.
Still, I've heard Mr. Goth say that they've had all kinds of strange problems ever since the Fatui moved in.
Fatui just fucking moved in, dude.
The electrosissons that their mages brought in attracted a lot of dust with static electricity.
Oh boy.
Which ended up killing a lot of those sissons. Then, someone mixed up the mist grass pollen in the pepper. And the agents ended up brawling amongst themselves, each insisting that the other owed them money for wine.
Oh, the fucking debt collectors, dude.
Hang in there, Goth Grand Hotel.
That's actually kind of funny. They're a bunch of misfits over there, all acting up. Can't freaking keep things in line. The way the wind blows.
Everyone says that Monstat is the land of the wind, but I wonder which direction the seasonal winds come from.
Why don't we ask Venti?
I love this music.
He'll probably just dodge the question with a or something.
True. The Anemo Archon is just a tone-deaf bard. What does he know about the wind?
That's literally his entire brand. That's literally everything. It's like, he just laughs off everything. I feel like in the past, Venti used to be an absolute fucking badass, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually popped off. Like, he fucking cut, like, he freaking, the wind alone cleared off all the snow. It, like, knocked a chunk of that mountain off that ended up in the freaking Golden Apple Archipelagos. I feel like he's chilled out since his, like, crazy days as a god. But, yeah, that's that. Like, that's so funny. Alchemy.
So here in Monstat, alchemy is practiced out on the streets?
Is that so strange?
In many of the worlds I've been to in the past,
What?
alchemy has always been a secretive art.
Yo, Full Metal Alchemist?
Watching alchemy being practiced as a part of daily life is like being in a world where people have 3 stomachs.
What the fuck? Where have you been?
Paimon thinks only having one stomach is weird.
Are you serious?
Where the fuck is Paimon from?
What do you think?
Paimon thinks having one stomach is weird, whereas Aether thinks that performing alchemy out and about is even weirder. Bro, where has this kid been? That's crazy. Oh, the world of Teyvat. All right, we're getting a little further down in the... Oh my god, we have so much. We have so much.
Teyvat's day and night both seem particularly short. The skies here are full of stars, but they aren't the same as the ones seen from my home. I wonder if the fates of people from Teyvat are also related to their constellations.
Interesting.
Oh? Do you know how to read the stars too? That's amazing!
That
Not
makes-
a lot of people outside Sumeru can do it.
Yo, Sumeru's
I'm
fucking a bunch of
curious.
astrologists.
Come on, do a reading for me, quick!
Oh.
The night sky pictured on Paimon's cape flows with the light of many stars, and also of the deep ocean.
Oh, shit.
The movement of these stars tells me that in, say, 7 days from now,
Oh, is he trolling?
In 7 days, what?
something good or something bad might occur.
Right. Your theory sounds as rock solid as a geo-slime, and about as brainy, too.
Damn. Dude, these two are just roasting each other. But the stars are a lie. That's what Scaramouche said. You're over here doing freaking astral readings like you're freaking, what's her name? Like you're Mona or something. But then again, he does have like the the star constellations like as his idol animation, which would make sense. All right, the god of freedom.
On the way back to Monstat after rescuing Dvalin, we finally got to see one of the 7 Archons, didn't we? It was interesting to see what kind of god he was.
Haven't we known Venti for quite a while now?
Oh, yes.
As Venti, yes.
Yeah,
But still,
that's what I'm saying.
this was the first time that we got to see him as the Animal Archon
That's what I'm
Barbados.
saying, dude. He like retired.
Normally, he hides his true divinity behind the facade of a bard. What does freedom really mean when demanded of you by a god? That question that he asked Dvalin? I'm still contemplating that, you know?
Wait, isn't that what Dainsliff said? That's crazy. Dude, I'm really liking these. All right, Mondstadt's terrain.
Mondstadt is full of wide plains and rolling hills. People say that when Barbados made this land, he used the storm to flatten the cliffs and valleys.
Bro,
Still, it looks like he missed a few spots.
he's a literal god.
Like Star Snatch Cliff?
Exactly. On the map, it almost looks as if it was meant to be the apex of a vertical structure, but ended up at the wrong orientation.
What's an apex?
Bro, Venti's just wind slicing the land. Yo, MiHoYo, I really fucking hope they give us some flashback events. I really want them to put us in the driver's seat of like shit that happened during like the Archon War and during Mondstadt's rebellion and shit like that. Like I just need to see that kind of stuff, and I feel like there's a lot of potential for them to do that if they were to do that. What's an Apex? Apex Legends. That's a popular video game right now.
Paimon's heard that couplets are a traditional art form in Liyue. If you can write a line that works as a second half to one that someone else has written, you'll be well paid.
Interesting.
But linking the couplet is hard, so it's not easy money. Not only does the rhythm need to match, but the meaning has to as well.
Care to give an example?
Wind rises, winds never churn.
But the sea of clouds always return.
Yo, bars!
Not bad. Let's not waste time here. We've got some money to make.
Oh, that's great. I love these two. I love the banter of these two. Don't play with food or with money.
There's a saying of Rex Lapis that's commonly used here in Liyue. Paimon thinks its rough meaning is don't play with your money. It's because the first Mora were minted from his golden form and given to humans in trust.
Bro, what the
Kaya sure seems to enjoy playing with his money.
And that's why you shouldn't learn from him.
Well, as a child, I was taught not to play with my food.
True.
Yup. You've got to respect your food. What are you looking at Paimon for?
We don't respect Paimon out here, all right? You gotta respect Paimon now, essentially. As a child, like, Aether, how the fuck, like, I need context on that. What does he mean as a child? You look like a child. Gosh, man, Aether has parents, dude. A mom and a dad who are probably just as, like, goated as him and his sister, which is crazy. Heart's Desire.
Walk in 7 clockwise circles, then walk in 7 anti-clockwise circles. Then open your eyes.
Are you sleepwalking?
Oh, the book.
Nope. Paimon is just trying to see if that antique shop from Heart's Desire actually exists.
Wait, isn't Heart's Desire the name of a book?
Assuming that a shop in a story does exist.
Oh, okay.
What would you like to buy, Paimon?
I haven't read the books yet.
A slime creator.
Does such a thing even exist?
Interesting. Dude, the Guhua clan? Yo, we're gonna learn about my boy Xingqiu?
Lately, some Guhua clan disciples have been retelling an ancient story.
Ooh,
The
that's
Gula
cool.
clan, huh? Paimon bets it's a heroic story.
Several male disciples decided to partake of a contest of arms to see who would marry their female junior.
Oh, shit.
And she approved.
Pog.
Ooh, Paimon's heard this one. In Lille, they call this a joust for a spouse.
Interesting.
But the night before the contest, she stole the eldest disciple's favorite sword.
Aw, so she wanted him to lose. Poor guy.
Damn.
I know, right? Forced to use a sword he wasn't used to. The eldest disciple suffered a crushing defeat. Unable to accept this result, he fell to his knees and wept.
That's fucked up.
Oh no, he must have really loved her, right?
In the end, he was forced to
Wait, what?
marry her in front of everyone.
Wait, what?
Wait, so the loser had to marry her?
Wait, so she wanted him to she wanted, yo, what the hell? I just got debated. Wait a minute, so she made him lose on purpose so she would marry him. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess if he was crying because he lost, that means he actually loved her. So I guess he did a good thing? Am I interpreting that right? That took a turn though. That was a really good story. Dihua Marsh.
Did you know the reeds in Dihua Marsh are common materials used in making paper? The solid reed cores are used to make pens, while the hollow part is used to make flutes. It's all very sophisticated. Over the years, many heroes and swordsmen have also chosen Dihua Marsh as the location of their duels.
That's a good location.
The more reeds, the more elegant the place. But in places where the reeds are the thickest, the water can be quite deep. So there are a lot of unlucky duelists who fall in and drown while the duel is on.
Oh my god.
And what's my takeaway from all of this supposed to be?
Don't get into a fight in Dihua Marsh.
Honestly, wise words to live by. What the fuck? Dihua Marsh is no joke.
Paimon's heard that in Lille, people call the crane the gentleman bird.
And do you know why that is?
Paimon's not quite sure.
Well then, let me tell you the story of the lucky crane repaying its debts.
Ooh.
A long time ago, there was a kind-hearted scholar who saved a lucky crane that had fallen into a trap. Later, on a cold winter's night, a beautiful maiden came to his door asking to lodge with him. The maiden shouldered a greatsword on her back
Oh shit.
and taught all that she knew of swordsmanship to the scholar,
Oh shit.
supervising him as he studied day and night.
Fucking great sword. Supremacy.
Once he had finished his training, he went out into the wilds with the maiden to do good and fight for justice. 10 years later, the lucky crane took the form of a gentleman
Whoa.
and finally came to return the favor, but discovered the couple had already lived out a fortuitous life.
Let's go.
And that is the story known as the gentleman's 10-year debt.
Ah.
That's pretty cool. Damn, Aether knows some really good stories. I wonder if that's a story in this world or like a story that he knows from like his life. That's interesting. That's pretty pog. That's pretty pog.
Rumor has it that Jueyun Karst is the abode of the Adepti.
Wow, the abode of the Adepti.
Perhaps we'll meet the Adepti on those cloud-piercing mountain peaks.
Oh yes.
Wow, meeting Adepti.
But I wonder, how would one normally communicate with the Adepti?
with those seals.
Communicating with a dead guy.
Okay, Paimon.
My emergency rations seem to be going bad. Best to consume them quickly.
Wow!
Well,
Rations!
Paimon thinks that shouting from the mountaintop should work.
That seems more like a way of getting the attention of a hilly churl rather than an adeptus.
Oh, Paimon. So funny, man. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, is that all she's gonna say?
To think that the Geo Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo Archon. I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Bro, the contents of that agreement are gonna blow our fucking mind. Apparently, he made 2 contracts. One that forked over his Gnosis. He had another contract where he can't tell us what happened with Conria. Like, bruh.
To think that the Geo Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo Archon. I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Man.
Paimon doesn't care who you are. Making a deal with the Tsaritsa is super dangerous.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, since Morax is the god who understands the basis of contracts the best, he's definitely given this some thought.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Morax himself called it the contract to end all contracts.
Everyone's gonna die.
I trust that we will witness the truth and its denouement play out.
NDAs, bro. It's like, oh, I can't say anything. It usually comes off as like a bad thing. It's like, well, you're gonna find out the hard way.
Well, come to think of it, while Rex Lapis enjoys visiting his people in private, he only descends officially once every year. None of the other gods do this. Does Rex Lapis have any deeper intentions?
I have my guesses.
Interesting.
You see, those annual divine predictions have already captured the hearts of the people of Liyue too much. Round and around, they analyze and scrutinize every single word, finding limitless hidden meanings within them.
Oh yeah, that's
what
like
do you
the
think
internet.
would happen to Liyue if such predictions were available every day?
Paimon gets it now. Paimon would be offering Rex Lapis's favorite snacks to him every day. If you could just get Mora straight from Morax's hands, who would ever need to do a day of honest work?
You made some logical leaps, but that's
Yeah.
basically how it is.
Interesting. Benny's adventure team. What?
If you want to adventure together with Benny's adventure team,
Oh, does he have
you
one for
have
every
to come
character?
prepared. Domains are very dangerous.
That's so cool.
So you should always take care to double and triple check your supplies in advance.
Pog.
Paimon's heard that the Adventurers Guild has compiled a list of 463 different ways of dying in these domains.
Jesus Christ.
If Bennett got you killed by accident, Paimon and Bennett would never forgive ourselves.
Aw.
Why am I the only one dying here?
Well, that's because according to the numbers, Paimon can avoid 322 causes of death just by floating.
I suddenly don't feel like exploring these domains.
But you still somehow managed to fall through the floor when we fight Child. How does that shit work? Despite you flying, Paimon. All right, we're gonna talk about Benny Boy over here.
I've heard that Albert, being the leader of Barbara's fan club, sometimes gets bumps and bruises on purpose so he can go to the cathedral to see her.
Oh, why are we talking about
Paimon
Albert?
feels the Knights of Avonia should keep a closer watch on weirdos like that.
Yeah, Huffman!
But it seems that a month later, Albert discovered that Bennett was managing to see Barbara far more than he was.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, Bennett does have the natural advantage when it comes to getting injured, after all.
Oh, boy.
What is this? A Let's Bother Barbara contest?
Albert's out here being jealous of Bennett. Bennett's just a walking hazard. Hazard to himself and others, but fucking Albert, man. I love it. She's like, oh yeah, the Knights of Avonia should probably keep a closer look. Apparently, Huffman's a part of the Barbara fan club, and he's just giving Albert more of a reason to continue to be a weirdo. So, fuck Huffman.
Barbara's really popular, isn't she?
Well, she is the idol of the people of Monstat.
Yeah, that's true.
Come to think of it, Paimon doesn't really know what an idol is.
It's an occupation in which one's work is to be cute, be well loved, and earn a boatload of mora.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that the same thing as being a mascot?
That's
Oh, boy.
one way to put it.
Oh, boy, Aether. Welcome to 2021, my friend. Some people would say that's also being an e-girl, but let's not get into that right now.
Lisa and Amber feel a bit like sisters.
Ooh.
Huh? Why's that?
Amber often runs errands for Lisa. older siblings asking their younger siblings to do things for them so that they can slack off is a rather common practice. But my sister and I are the same age, so we had to decide these things via rock, paper, scissors.
That's cool.
Whoa, so doesn't that make you my younger brother?
What do you mean?
Well, since Paimon floats, you're the only one who can run any errands.
Oh.
Seriously?
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I gotta watch out for puns now, too? That's really clever. That's really good. I was like, wait, what's she getting on about? What's she on about? That's actually pretty cute. I like that. That's clever. Kaya's eye patch. Bro, there's something under there, bro. Conria's gonna come through. He's gonna take that shit off. He's like a demon god or something with like some crazy like Mangekyo Sharingan.
Paimon, have you ever seen what Kaya looks like under that eye patch?
Nope.
Sus.
So, it would seem he never takes it off.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Paimon already knows why.
Because he's a pirate.
He must be hiding some big secret.
I think so.
Really?
Yes.
A secret?
A secret
See,
Kekkei
Kaya
Genkai.
heads out for assignments more than anyone else. So the skin under that eye patch has to be way lighter than the rest of him.
So, if he ever takes that eye patch off...
He'll definitely become the butt of everyone's jokes. Maybe he'll even get a weird nickname.
Oh, God.
Like, say, Pasty Eye.
Guess he didn't need to take it off to get a weird nickname.
That's so weird. Like, bro, I swear to God, Conria's eye patch is gonna be a plot point. I'm calling it right now, dude. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna look back on this once Conria becomes a main focal point. We gotta find out what Kaya's gonna do, but I'm pretty sus of him right now. Also, you could say the same thing about Fischl, doesn't? Or Beto. Beto's eyes covered.
Strange.
What's wrong?
Diluc and Kaya are really alike. So why don't they get along?
How are they alike again?
Well, Kaya's the kind of guy who acts shady in the light of day.
Interesting.
While Diluc is a shining beacon of justice in the dark of night.
Oh, shit.
Don't you think that's kind of the same thing?
I still don't see it.
Wait, actually, low-key, they might be two sides of the same coin. Kaya's doing good in the dead of night. Diluc's doing good in the dead of night. Kaya's doing good in the light of day. Maybe. He's the Batman. I mean, he's the Robin. I was gonna say he's the Robin to Diluc's Batman, but maybe he's just like a day man. I don't know. Maybe he's just like I don't know. I'm still sus of Kaya. I'm sorry.
If one hilly churl could beat, say, 3 wild boars, then how many hilly churls would it take to reach the fighting prowess of Master Jean and Master Diluc?
Not sure.
Interesting.
But if you heard the way everyone talks in Monstat, you'd know that Master Jean is the strongest.
I'd say that if Diluc strikes first, Master Jean wouldn't be able to counter.
Interesting.
Oh, she'd find a way.
What?
There's no way.
Uh-oh, we got...
Master Jean's elemental burst is really strong, you know.
That is true.
Yes, but that field would also make Diluc stronger.
That's...
Paimon doesn't think Master Jean would even need her vision to take on Master Diluc because...
Diluc would only need a beginner's greatsword to...
Whoa, relax! He's simping way too hard.
This is so dumb. They both fight for Monstat, so they wouldn't come to blows.
That's why Paimon likes your idea of measuring their fighting strength in number of hilichurls. Or, in Paimon's case, in fifths of a wild boar.
No one told me there'd be math. Also, it's very interesting. There's like Team Jean and Team Diluc over here. All right, like real talk, chat. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right, 1-to-1. Who do you guys think's winning a fight? 1v1, visions and weapons only. Diluc, the Pyro Diluc, or the Anemo Jean? Diluc, Jean, Diluc. I got a lot of Diluc believers in chat. Yeah, Jean can literally just pick him up and just throw him off a cliff with her elemental skill. Sword versus Claymore, that is true. Like, a sword ain't doing shit to a Claymore. Let's be real. Razor, let's go!
You know what a brush is, right?
Of course. Kinda like pens, but with animal hair at one end for calligraphy, right?
Yep.
That's correct. They say that finely made brushes sell for high prices among Liyue's merchants.
So, would you like to make some too?
Uh-huh. But wild wolves are too fierce, so we should use Razor's fur to make
What?
brushes instead.
Hey!
Razor's fur is all downy and soft, It'll definitely make great wolf
Fur,
fur
you mean his
brushes.
hair?
We could make lots of Vora like this.
Damn, leave my boy alone.
Brushes made like that would conduct electricity.
How you gonna do my
I'm
boy
not
dirty?
sure we could use them. Besides, Razor isn't a wolf, nor are wolf fur brushes made from actual wolf's fur.
Damn.
Why are they called wolf fur brushes then?
Well, does Cider Lake look like it's full of cider to you?
Got him.
You have a point.
Oh, so he's gonna talk about every character now. Pog.
Klee's a really interesting kid. All the knights seem to like her a lot too. You could even say they spoil her.
Oh boy.
I wonder who makes the better mascot, Paimon or Klee?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Paimon's not a mascot. Paimon's emergency.
Hey! Paimon knows exactly what you're going to say.
Uh-oh.
That joke stopped being funny a long time ago.
Damn. Paimon just ended the freaking meme. She's like, yeah, come up with a better fucking joke, dude. It's over. Also, I don't know, man. I like Paimon a lot. Klee's... I love Klee too, though. But I can't replace Paimon as a mascot, let's be real.
It's time for Paimon's little life tips.
Little life tips?
In Monstat, if there's something you can't fix, or there's something you can't get clean no matter what you do, if you ever run into something you can't handle
Noelle!
yourself, you just need to shout this name into the sky.
Let's go!
Noelle!
Oh my god, we
And
just did our
everything that's
hangout
troubling you will
yesterday.
be swept away in an instant.
So this is one of the tricks to living in Monstat.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Damn, bro. Noelle's the Wonder Maid. She's like a superhero. We literally just did Noelle's first character hangout yesterday. So I think that's like super cool that we're actually hearing more about her now.
Fischl makes a very unique impression, doesn't she?
How so?
Well, she travels together with a talking raven for starters.
Yeah.
Well, I'm traveling with you. It's not all that different.
Interesting.
Still, Oz can also translate for Fischl. You, on the other hand...
Damn.
What? Paimon's way better than some bird.
How so?
Well,
Damn.
at least Paimon doesn't need wings to fly.
You know why, Paimon, you don't need wings? Cause your head's full of air.
Speaking of Fischl, she also claims to be a visitor from another world. We're similar in that way.
Technically.
We even bring a pet along with us.
Pet? Now wait just a minute here.
Pet.
But her raven, Oz, he looks cool.
Hell
and is
yeah.
polite to boot.
Hell yeah, Raven.
More
Oz is
importantly,
dope.
he can both scout and fight. Very useful indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should make arrangements with Fischl to trade companions once in a while.
Damn.
For, say, a week or two at a time. It should be quite interesting.
Huh.
Hey, doesn't Paimon get a say in this?
I wish Paimon was more of like a companion, kind of like Goba and Oz. I think that would be cool, but Paimon's just like there for comedic relief. Anyways, yo, the Beto.
How do you become as popular and cool as Captain Beto?
With enough experience,
Mm-hmm.
Paimon's already
And looks
seen
to
lots
boot.
of things from adventuring together with you.
one also needs to experience trials and setbacks.
True.
Paimon almost drowned that one time.
Maintain an inspirational disposition.
Uh-huh. Paimon's always rooted for you.
One must also have a mature outlook towards problems.
Got him.
Hey, are you just trying to say that Paimon can't make it?
Yes, that's what he's saying. Ningguang.
How does a person become as rich, no, as super rich as Lady Ningguang?
Gosh, Paimon's looking for a come
Is
up.
that the only impression she gives you? Riches?
Well, there's the huge jade chamber too. But isn't that also made of Mora?
Well, you need an excellent mind.
Oh, here we go.
Well, Paimon's really good at giving people nicknames.
You need to be very familiar with the workings of the markets.
A serving of fisherman's toast goes for 1,025 Mora, and no discounts, even on rainy days.
Hey, she's
You
got the
also
makings.
need to be willing to work really hard.
Okay, then. So, how do you make friends with a really rich person?
Aw, come on.
Wait, you're giving up already?
Damn, Paimon's just looking for a come up, dude. I don't know about that one.
Do you think that Chi-Chi needs to drink
She's not a
blood?
vampire.
That's not a zombie, Paimon. That's a vampire.
Oh, boy.
Then, will Will she transform during a full moon?
Werewolf.
Werewolves, Paimon, not zombies.
Will she eat your brain?
As expected of a traveler, you really know a lot. So, what special things can zombies do?
Brains.
Exercises?
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. So the ones that do exercises are zombies. Got it.
I mean, they walk a lot, basically. Flying.
Come on, Paimon will teach you how to fly. 3,
Wow,
2,
they have a lot of
1.
dialogue voiceover.
Paimon's gone.
Uh,
Well, whatever. I'm tired. Let's just sit here for a bit. I'm flying with you in my heart.
it's like, finally, Paimon's gone. She's fucking annoying. I'm going to bed.
What sort of slime do you like the most?
Pyro slimes, I suppose. You can feel their warmth just by getting close. That's something you'll need in the winter.
Oh, that'll be so
That's
cool.
very practical, as expected of a traveler.
Huh.
What about you, Paimon?
Paimon likes them all. They're all very tasty.
What the? Wait, she eats them?
Tasty?
I mean, we have had some, actually.
Turning slimes into bubbly, lovely, jubbly meals is the Paimon special.
Well then, I suppose that's one more thing I can eat before you become emergency rations, huh, Paimon?
Oh, boy.
Paimon would rather not be on that list at all.
Bro, we're eating Paimon by the end of the game. I'm calling it right now. They're leaning into this joke way too much for it to not have a purpose by end game. Also, you know what I thought that would be really cool? When you go to Snezhnaya, it'd be kind of cool if you had, like, pyro slime hand warmers. I don't know, like the hilly chills, like, take them out of the ground and stuff. So it'd be kind of cool if, like, that's a way that you can stay warm when you go to Snezhnaya, is if you have, like, a pyro slime pet, or if you have, like, I don't know, like, pyro slime, like, warmer or something like that. Some utility of slime.
Do you think that we're too harsh on the hilly churls?
Yes, I do. I do.
Sometimes we really do seem like children who just can't resist kicking the hornet's nest.
I think we're doing more than just kicking it.
Yeah. I've said it before. I actually called it before the Dainsleif quest, but I was like, I honestly feel like the Abyss aren't bad. Like, they have to be justified in what they're doing, and then lo and behold, they're actually on the receiving end of, like, a lot of bullshit from the gods. So I feel like the Hilly Churl are in the same camp, but, like, I don't really know anything about them. They're so primitive compared to everything else in this world, so I don't really know where or what their purpose is in the world right now.
The Sleeper Tribe. The hilly churls sure have interesting tribe names.
Ah, so this is the
Sleeper Tribe will
Dada
take
Upa
any
Gorge.
opportunity they can to take a nap. Paimon's heard that their animal skin beds are really soft. Would you like to try them?
Not going to try it yourself, Paimon?
Paimon can sleep while floating. The air is the softest bed.
What? That's
Pretty sweet, huh?
That's crazy.
Just a little.
What the heck? She can just float in air and sleep? Doesn't that, like, expend energy? Like, how does that work?
The Meaty Tribe?
The meatheads.
These hilly churls pick the funniest names.
The hilly churls of the Meaty Tribe make regular sacrifices. The altars they build are really huge.
What do they pray for?
For meat to eat every day. It's an awesome wish, isn't it?
I suppose I should have expected that answer.
Yeah, true. The Eclipse Tribe next.
The Eclipse Tribe.
Almost
So
done.
the hilly churls have normal-sounding tribe names like these too.
The hilly churls of the Eclipse Tribe are really mysterious. All the hilly churls of that tribe can draw an eclipse symbol. But rumor has it that only the Dada Sama churl of the Eclipse Tribe
Dada
knows why the eclipse symbol is so revered within their tribe.
An eclipse symbol.
Did you say something?
An eclipse symbol.
I was asking you what sort of soup you'd like to have tonight.
Wait, is that important?
Can't stop thinking about food, huh? Seems like you'd be more at home in the Meaty Tribe than the Eclipse Tribe. But anyway, Paimon wants boar soup. Thanks!
All the hilly churls of that tribe can draw an eclipse symbol, but rumor has it that only the Dada Sama churl of the Eclipse Tribe knows why this eclipse symbol is so revered within the tribe. An eclipse symbol? Is that important? I mean, it's all like the stars and constellations and all that. Abyss. I'm gonna keep that in mind, because that seems important.
Paimon doesn't feel so good.
What's the matter?
Paimon hasn't opened a treasure chest in so long. If this keeps up...
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Ooh.
If this keeps up, you'll one day get caught in a hunting trap with a single Mora as bait.
Paimon's like, I'm AR-58.
Paimon floats, so that'll never work.
I like that one. We actually found a treasure chest in Monstat yesterday during Noelle's character hangout, and I literally almost had a heart attack. I'm like, oh my god, a chest in Monstat? Are you kidding me? All right, about weight gain.
Wow, we've really had a lot of good food recently, haven't we? You know what they say, have food, will travel.
Won't you be unable to fly if you get fat?
Nope, Paimon never gets fat. So Paimon demands more
Just
food.
right out with it.
Ever eating, but never growing. Don't you fail as emergency rations then?
Yeah. Well, it sure doesn't look like you have any other candidates, so you'll have to make do with Paimon.
She did say her stomach is has a special property. I honestly think she's like a black hole or something. Or she's like a god of space or some shit. Like, she eats the food and it just goes to another dimension.
Which do you like more, cats or dogs?
I prefer Paimon.
Aww, that's cheating. Wait, no, Paimon's not a pet.
Cats or dogs? I'm a little bit of both. I grew up with dogs, but as an adult, I'm more, I lean more towards cats. Just cause like, they're less needy and all that, but I grew up with dogs my whole life.
People say that if you put a star conch close to your ear, you can hear the whispers of the ocean.
Do you want to give it a go, Paimon?
No need, Paimon just heard it.
Oh? And what did the ocean say?
The ocean said that it's time to eat, so let's go. Paimon wants some fisherman's toast.
Oh boy. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
We should get something tasty to eat. But Paimon doesn't want to have to go get it.
Shall we decide with a game of rock, paper, scissors then?
Ooh, okay.
John?
All right,
Ken?
then. Rock, paper...
Super Paimon Tornado!
You ruined it.
What?
You ruined the game, Paimon. Thanks for nothing.
Paimon's been working so hard recently. Any ideas on how to relax?
Sleeping?
Sleeping's boring.
Reading?
True.
Paimon will get dizzy.
Having a chat with some friends?
I don't have friends.
But those are all things that require thinking. And not thinking is more relaxing.
And thus the Paimon Paradox, famed in the histories of philosophy in Tevad, was put forth.
Yeah, I love these two. Their banter is really great.
Liyue's cuisine is very different from that of Mondstadt.
Yeah, everything's
For example,
spicy.
you can hardly find spicy fried dishes anywhere in Mondstadt.
Yeah.
That's why they say climate creates cuisine, you know? But wait, why do all of Tevad's slimes taste the same then?
That's because you only know one way of cooking them.
Damn, they actually like cook them alive? That's pretty savage.
Wow, a weasel thief's backpack can really hide a lot of Mora.
Well, it's because weasels by nature enjoy collecting shiny objects.
Ah.
Paimon's heard that the origin of the weasel thieves has something to do with the treasure hoarders. Also, aren't crows the type to collect shinies as well?
Mm-hmm.
Paimon wonders if Oz has a secret stash of Mora that he collects behind Fischl's back.
Well, now that you mention it, Paimon,
What?
I wonder, do you...
Damn, Paimon, you made him money?
Nope, nothing here. You won't find any Mora in Paimon's shoes. No way.
Damn, she just told us where her secret stash is, guys.
Paimon, have you ever read Vera's Melancholy before?
Bro, you're really gonna spoil these books before I have a chance to read them? Come on, bruh.
Paimon, have you ever read Vera's Melancholy before?
Well, it sure sounds familiar.
That book's pretty popular, and I've heard that the author made a tidy sum off of it.
Nice. We'll be reading it soon.
Paimon would love to make lots and lots of Mora. It's decided then. Paimon will write an adventure story as well.
A Tale of Adventure by Paimon?
Correct. It'll be a story in which the brave traveler defeats the dragon,
Ooh.
saves the world,
Yo, he's just gonna make an
and then sits down with
autobiography
his
of me.
reliable companion for 10 servings of sticky honey roast.
10?
Uh-huh. A happy ending attracts the readers after all.
Uh-huh.
It's decided then. We'll call it Paimon's Happiness.
Wait, what?
Interesting. Surprise, I thought they were gonna talk about the book here.
Have you ever had one of those super scary nightmares?
I've dreamed of falling through endless darkness without a wind glider.
Oh boy.
I've also dreamed of my sister walking away from me while I'm unable to catch up to her no matter how fast I run.
Jesus Christ.
She tells me that I've come too late.
Oh, yours are quite different from the ones that Paimon's had.
Interesting.
Paimon's scariest dream was being eaten by a super giant slime.
Damn, that's sad. That's so unfortunate. I mean, that sounds like a little bit of premonition as well, but yeah, I mean, hopefully we get to see the sister again soon.
Where do those treasure-chasing Seelie come from, I wonder?
Maybe they grow out of the ground. Or maybe they fall from trees. Well, Paimon doesn't know where they come from, but where there are Seelie, treasure's not far away.
Oh, yes.
Still, why do I feel a certain sadness every time they touch those treasures? No, it's probably just my imagination.
Well, if you don't want the treasure, Paimon can hang on to it for you, free of charge.
Aren't Seelies just like lost spirits or something like that? Was Venti technically a Seelie also? Or is he just like a wind spirit? Are those different things? Interesting. Why do I feel a certain sadness every time they touch those treasures? Also, I just realized we're gonna be seeing a lot more treasure chests in Seelie when we go to Inazuma. I just wonder if Inazuma's Seelie are also going to be like Anemo colored, because like the only ones that were different were the fire ones in Dragonspine. I thought all of them would be different based on the regions, kind of like the Animoculi, the Geoculi, most likely the Electroculi, all that stuff. So
has anyone left a big impression on you during our recent travels? For Paimon, that's Sarah.
Timmy.
Ooh.
Huh? Why him?
His face comes to mind every time I've eaten a sweet madame recently. Really makes it hard to chow down.
That's fucked up, dude. That's messed up, bro. Oh, no. I'm eating Timmy's boys over here. Kind of hard. Can never forget. Can't get his face out of my head. Yeah, that's pretty savage. Not gonna lie. That kind of makes me feel even worse.
You learn new things so quickly. You've already got such a good grasp of Tevat's language.
You're a good teacher, Paimon.
Don't gas her up.
Who knows? Maybe the quality of your nasty nicknames will improve someday.
Bro, is this man's a savage. He's like, yeah, Timmy, I'm eating your boys. Paimon, you suck at nicknames. Like, sheesh, my guy.
What monster made the deepest impression on you?
Monsters, huh?
That's actually a
Probably
good question.
ruin guards.
Does a ruin guard really count as a monster? It's more like a machine.
True.
Paimon thinks that you can call anything that causes us trouble and needs to be defeated a monster.
Paimon's a monster.
Just like how we call anything
Oh,
that
that's
can
why
be
it's called
hunted
Paimon's
prey.
species. Okay, I get it.
Is that so? Well then, I think I'm finally able to classify you now, Paimon.
That makes sense. That's funny. Yo, Paimon's the freaking butt of every joke.
You can be hooked and reeled in. Therefore, you're a fish.
Damn, he took that too. I wasn't even expecting that. I thought he was gonna call her a monster.
Hey, do that again. You know, that thing.
Which one?
The one where you make your weapon disappear with a swish,
Wait.
and then whoosh, you make it appear behind your back
Wait, that's
again.
canonical?
Oh, that?
What the fuck?
Haven't you seen that a ton already?
That's canonical? I thought that was
Paimon
just
hasn't figured out how you do it
for
yet.
convenience.
Could you explain it?
Well, can you explain how you suddenly appear in front of me and then disappear just as suddenly?
What the hell? They're self-aware?
Paimon seems to have always been able to do this, but Paimon doesn't know how.
What the fuck?
Precisely. I believe that the art of putting my weapon away follows the same principle.
Oh dear.
Maybe it's this similarity that makes us such good friends?
I wonder if how they're connected. I honestly feel like Paimon's not from this world either. She's the only one of her kind. Got like all those markings on her and shit, and she's just an anomaly like we are, it seems. I did not know that that was canonical. I literally thought, here's the thing, chat, right? I just think that they did that for the sake of like, oh, well, are we really gonna have the Traveler take out his weapon and then put it back? I thought it was just a game mechanic. Eula did the weapon thing in her cutscene. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't remember that. And again, if I see someone do it, I just think it's an aspect of the in-game. I just thought it was an aspect of, like, it's an asset. It's not something that's canonical. Also, can everybody do that technically then? Or is it just an Aether thing, you know? Because he says, oh, I could just always do that. But is that a him thing or is that an everybody thing? Is that a universal thing?
What do you think of treasure chests?
Wow, that's interesting.
I believe that they were left behind by great travelers who once passed this way. Every time I open one and look at its contents, I can feel a certain kinship with those who came before.
What?
And that's how you get adventure experience.
Oh, shit. Is that actually how it works, too? What? That's actually kind of cool. You actually, like, that's how you get, they're like, all right, we're going to leave this here. Let's enchant this box with some experience. You're welcome, adventurer who comes down the road. I wonder if our sister might have put those chests around. That would be kind of cool because he has, like, he feels like, he says, I feel a certain kinship for those who've come before. I don't know if that's, like, he feels like the essence of, like, all the other adventurers of the past, or if it is his sister helping him out. That'd be kind of interesting.
Look into Paimon's eyes.
Something the matter?
Kaya said that people's eyes will betray them. He can tell if someone is telling the truth or not just by looking into their eyes.
Oh, no.
Huh.
Paimon loves fisherman's toast.
Oh, no.
That should be the truth. Well, that's also because you love everything that can be eaten. Speaking of looking into people's eyes, I remember one gaze that left a particularly deep impression on me.
Whose gaze was that?
A ruin guard's. Really made me want to poke its eye out.
I mean, technically, isn't that what we did in that one story quest with Dainsleif? We had to go and get, like, its core, which was basically its giant eyeball. Also, I wonder if Kaya's eye can see through somebody, like see through their bullshit. If so, Venti, you're fucked, my guy. Like, this man can suss you out from a mile away. I have no idea what, like, Kaya's so fucking interesting, dude.
Paimon's so bored. So tired.
Well, since we're bored either way, want to imitate the other knights for fun?
What?
Isn't that a bit disrespectful?
I see you already have the knightly virtue of modesty and politeness. Very impressive.
Who's that supposed to be?
Hey, Paimon sees what you're doing. Cut it out.
Yeah, don't let the Knights of Favonius hear that. You're the honorary knight. What the hell? All right, this is the last one for Aether. About the luck of the draw. Oh, no.
Are there pigeons around?
Oh, boy.
No, Paimon's just hungry.
Kaya impression, I assume.
What Paimon needs right now is a traveler who can whip up some delicious sticky honey roast.
Of course.
So, who's gonna be the lucky traveler?
All right, Paimon, no food for you. Get off my back, all right? Wow, that was quite the handful for Aether. That was an hour. That was literally an hour of just listening to all of their stuff. I feel like the rest of the characters might be a little simpler, like straightforward, because there isn't this back and forth dialogue between the two. And that was kind of like an overview on everything of the world. So moving forward, maybe they'll be shorter. If not, I'm in trouble. But I like this. I like this a lot. So we're going to move on to Albedo next. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Did you guys enjoy that? I really hope it wasn't boring. Like, I hope this is entertaining for you guys, because this is what I love about Genshin more than anything. I know most people don't give a shit or like find this boring, but if you like it, that makes it all the more, I'm all the more happier that I'm able to do this and it's able to be entertaining for everybody else. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I really do.